This is Mr. R.S. Khamitkar from Department of Electronics and Computer Engineering, Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. Now, the topic is Online EDA tool, EDA, and now we can click on New and create a circuit. So, if we click on this, we can start with. Okay, once we are done with this, we can go ahead with a little bit of more interesting stuff like Arduino. Like Arduino is one of the microcontroller based boards which are popularly used by hobbyists and the primary learners in the electronics domain. So which will help you in understanding the working of the embedded system code, embedded C code, and then your hardware interfacing. So basic stuff what we will do now is to interface the Arduino board with a LED, and we'll try to blink that LED using a simple code that is available. So to start with, we need to pick up the Arduino board. So if you see here, there is an Arduino Uno board. We need to click it on and we need to grab that board. So if you see, this is like a board having different pins where these are like all digital pins, and on this side there are analog input pins, and similarly there are power supply pins available on this side. So there are few pins dedicatedly used for serial communication, TXD and RXD. There are digital pins, there are PWM specific pins, and they have the specific purpose to work out with. So for more information related to it, you can always go through the data sheets and the application notes of this particular circuit and work out with. So Arduino is a board which is very popular. Now we can work out with the breadboard also. So if I grab this breadboard and if I place it here, so you can see that we can connect that power supplies and the stuffs on this. Now we will place the LED. So if I place a LED here like this, now grabbing a component is just a click away. When you click it, that component gets grabbed up. You need not carry or you need not press the button throughout. So once you press it, it comes along and then you can use it. So we'll use the resistor. So we'll use the resistor in between this particular part. So we can do it this way, or if we wish to take it up upside, like we need to place it somewhere here, then we can check that, select that component. You can see that this is in the anode part, this is in cathode part. So we'll place it up, and then this resistor, as we can see that whenever I am hovering a mouse over the breadboard, this is certainly like showing up these 5 pins are short together, and similarly these vertically are short together on this side. Similarly, if I take it on the horizontal part, these are like lines which are horizontally short, or these all points. So we can use this as a power rails, and here we can place the components. So basically anode has been connected through this particular resistor on this particular part, and now we can take the wire from this and run down to pin number 10 of this particular Arduino board. So we can change the color of this particular wire using some other color like purple, right? Or you can use red, and this one will go to a ground. So we can use this as a ground pin where we will be connecting it from this particular side. So we'll change the color to black by clicking on this, or we can click on keyboard numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. So number 1 is for black, number 2 is for red, number 3 is for orange, so on and so forth. So we can change the color through a shortcut also. So with the use of this particular environment, more you will utilize, more it will be comfortable for you once you start utilizing it. Now the hardware setup is done. Like we have connected the resistor, we have connected. So we need to change the value of the resistor to 220 ohms. So we will use a 220 ohm resistor, as the power supply will be like around 5 volt on that, particular pin, so we'll change it to 220 ohms. By selecting a component, you get the chance to change the value of the or properties of that component. Now to start with the programming part, we need to click on the code, right? So here it gives you a chance to work out with the block code, which is a very like famous among the childrens and kids to work out with the block codes, and it's in the early learning helps. The other one is in block plus text, and the third one is in text. Now we'll click on the text. As if you are aware about the embedded C programming, here the LED built in. Now the two loops or two particularly functions which are in C++ used for is one is for setup and the other one is in loop. So whatever code you write in this particular function, that is setup function, it works or it runs only once, and when you write some code inside the loop, it will work like till that particular loop continues or that processor continues to work on. So it is kind of an infinite type of loop that you are utilizing to run your code inside it. Now here particularly the pin mode is for like changing this particular thing. As we have seen, and in the hardware we have connected the pin number 10 to a LED. So we'll use the pin number 10 and we'll change its mode of working as an output. So pin mode 10 as an output, we have made it. So similarly, digital write is the function to make that particular pin high or low by writing it on. So we have connected it to pin number 10. So we'll click on pin number 10, or we write here as a pin number 10, and then we'll write a delay. Delay is particularly for the persistence of vision that the human beings do have, that to check out the LED is actually turned on or not. So we are providing a delay where the microcontroller will wait for certain amount of time. Here it's 1000 milliseconds, which makes it as in 1 second. So 1 second it will be turned on and the other 1 second it will be turned off, and this loop will continue. As we have connected it to pin number 10 and we made it the pin number 10 as an output, so this particular pin will drive this particular LED and will be able to see the turning on and turning off of that particular LED on the screen. So now if I run this particular code by clicking on start simulation, this particular LED will start blinking using the program. Now if you see it, now for 1 second this particular LED on the screen is turning on, and then in the next second it is turning off. Now this particular environment helps you to start with the basic fundamental programs and to work out with the different simulation. So we can connect it and we can work out with different sensor in the coming session. So hopefully you have understood this particular environment. The more you will use, more comfortable you will be. In coming sessions we'll be in a position, or we'll try to interface different sensors in this particular environment, and we'll try to look into the new paradigms. So thank you very much everyone for your patience. Thank you so much once again. Have a nice time ahead.